Hi everyone. Today I'd like to share a new type of video that I'm really happy about. This is the first of a series of videos looking at just one photograph. To start with, I'm choosing one of my own, but in the future I will look at some of my favorite photographs from some of my favorite photographers. I know that in the YouTube universe of fast-cutting videos with exciting sun-drenched B-roll, these will seem exceptionally chilled out, even by my own fairly chilled out standards. I'm fine with that if you are. But first, there is one thing that I would like to share with you that I think could help your photography and mine more than anything I've ever shared on my channel before, and it's the inspiration for these videos. If it's okay with you, I will rewind for just a few quick sentences. Last week I watched a live chat with William Eggleston, the undisputed heavyweight champion of the photographic world, in my mind anyhow. Although it was a live chat, he's not especially chatty. He passed on so many questions, but did so with a lot of charm. To me, that means that when he does have something to say, you should probably listen. He lit up a little towards the end of the conversation, as he showed 3 previously unseen photographs, and he said this, that there is no limit to how much you can look into the photographs. He was referring to his new pictures, his old pictures, I'm sure, and photography in general. This series is inspired by that thought, and perhaps in the comments we can share ideas together, because it's the process of looking that needs exercising and practice. It's that which can really make us better photographers and enjoy photography even more. Really looking is often neglected, and I hope that this can be a space we can share to remedy that. Okay, so over to this picture you've been looking at for the past couple of minutes. Thanks for your patience. It was taken from Staten Island looking towards Manhattan in February 2016 with my Fujifilm X100T. Most importantly, I like the picture. It does something for me, and for that reason I think it's worth looking further at. My first thoughts are that it is graphically pleasing and interesting. The frame is initially split into these 4 uneven parts by the cafe's window closest to my camera, and then within those frames it's divided further by the frames of the outer window. Rather than a leading line, it's a leading pattern, taking us to the framed World Trade Center tower and to the bartender too in the center of the photograph. These might well be the subjects of the picture. Of all of the skyscrapers on the horizon, the one World Trade Center tower is either catching the setting sun or perhaps being lit up from the ground. And of all the people in the bar area, only the bartender's face catches the light. The distant row of towers nicely matches the row of people inside. The trade center and the bartender are given the spotlight. The man reminds me of the bartender in Edward Hopper's Nighthawks, and the photo generally echoes that painting a little for me. That tallest skyscraper even echoes an Edward Hopper lighthouse, lit from the side and relatively alone on the horizon as dusk approaches. This thought leads me quickly to one important observation, that I tend to see the world in Edward Hopper paintings, that I could really do with many more influences and inspirations. So who are your favorite painters and photographers? Please share your recommendations in the comments. A note about the man. The orange light brings him to our attention, but there is a wave of red light across his face too that feels quite disruptive. I don't feel that this is entirely a moment of peace. Inside the cafe is warm with reds and oranges, and outside is colder with a more ominous blue. The cafe feels like a haven, safe from the New York cold at the very least. On the bottom right-hand side of the picture is the name of the business, the River Dock Cafe. Its position in the bottom corner and the italicized style of the lettering reminds me too of a painter's signature on their work. I paid a lot of attention to the television as I took the picture, but sometimes I wish there had been a more iconic figure on the screen. The newscaster's words are overlaid on the screen, and he's referring to Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton, and the upcoming Super Tuesday elections. At the time, President Obama was still in office. These familiar graphics of a news channel are more subtle than, say, a picture of Donald Trump, but do serve as a pointer to things to come. I've lived with this picture for 4 years now, and have not quite seen it in this way before. The motto of this series, I think, is that stopping in front of a picture for 5 minutes or much longer can be kind of meditative, revealing, and improving your appreciation and eye for photography. And isn't that what it's all about? So thanks everyone for watching. If you have any feedback or ideas, please leave a comment for me and for other people too. Please triple check that you've subscribed, and I'll be back very soon. Thanks again.